Welcome back, Dolphin fans. It's your boy, Dolphins247 with Colin back at it again on another video. Today, we are going to be previewing the Dolphins versus Cowboys matchup. Let's go this Sunday, Christmas Eve. Happy holidays to all y'all and Merry Christmas. Hope y'all enjoy your holiday season. And yeah, let me just make sure mic is working. Mic check, mic check. Okay. Alright, and before we jump into this Dolphins versus Cowboys Christmas Eve game, let's give a quick shout out to TD Fins, Miss Fins, TD Fins Talk, Miss Fins, Miami Dolphins Content, Bleezy38, Deep Zone, MCJB, Kyle Krabs, and Miami Sports Music and Dolphins Talk. Shout out to all y'all, and a big fins up. Please make sure y'all fins up that comment section and hit the like button, and please subscribe to the channel. It lets me know that y'all are enjoying the content. But yeah, let's jump right into this Dolphins versus Cowboys preview. Before I go into my normal season leaders and stuff like that, I would like to talk about what's on Sports Chat, what was posted by Chris Raffello. So yeah, let's jump right into what Chris Raffello has for this Miami Dolphins versus Dallas Cowboys prediction and NFL picks. Okay, so the Dallas Cowboys and Miami Dolphins meet in NFL Week 16 action from Hard Rock Stadium Sunday afternoon. It's a heavyweight tilt between a pair of 10-win teams. Who gets a huge win number 11? Let's dive in and give out a Cowboys versus Dolphins prediction. Dallas Cowboys team preview. The Dallas Cowboys come into this game looking to bounce back from a 31-10 loss at the hands of the Buffalo Bills last week. Dak Prescott has thrown for 3,639 yards, 28 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions on 68.8 passing percentage, while Tony Pollard has a team-high 848 rushing yards and 5 touchdowns. CeeDee Lamb has a team-high 103 receptions for 1,306 yards and 8 touchdowns, while Jake Ferguson has 614 receiving yards with 5 touchdowns. And Brandon Cooks has 544 receiving yards with 5 touchdowns as well on the year. On defense, Damian Clark has a team-high 94 tackles, while Micah Parsons has a team-high 12.5 sacks, and Darren Bland has a team-high 8 interceptions. So right off the bat, the Cowboys, they have a lot of good players. Can't sleep on them. If my buddy Lewis is watching, boo to you because he's a Cowboys fan, but fins up. All right, let's look at the Dallas Cowboys team facts. The Cowboys have won each of their last 9 games following a loss. The Cowboys have covered the spread in each of their last 9 games following a loss. The Cowboys have won in the first half of each of their 7 road games following a loss. The Cowboys have lost the first quarter in each of their last 5 road games against AFC East opponents. And the Cowboys have scored the first touchdown in 4 of their last 5 games following a loss. So that goes to show that we don't want them to score first following the loss. Miami Dolphins team preview. The Miami Dolphins come into this game off a 30-0 win over the New York Jets last time out. Tua Tagovailoa has thrown for 3,921 yards, 25 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions on 71% passing completion, while Raheem Mostert has 966 yards with 18 touchdowns, and Devon Achane has 613 rushing yards with 7 touchdowns. Tyreek Hill leads Miami's receiving group with 97 receptions for 1,542 yards and 12 touchdowns, while Jalen Waddle has 964 receiving yards and 4 touchdowns. 2 more Dolphins have 200-plus receiving yards, and another 5 Dolphins have 100-plus receiving yards as well on the year. On defense, David Long Jr. has a team-high 92 total tackles, while Bradley Chubb has a team-high 9.5 sacks. Christian Wilkins also has 8 sacks, while Zach Sealer has 7.5 sacks, and Jalen Phillips has 6.5 sacks as well on the year. Let's look at the Miami Dolphins team facts. The Dolphins have won each of their last 7 games at Hard Rock Stadium. Or 7 Sunday games, sorry about that, because I was like, wait a second, we lost Monday Night Football. We won each of our last Sunday games at the Hard Rock, or each of the last 7. The Dolphins have covered a spread in 8 of their last 9 games as home favorites following a division game. The Dolphins have lost the first half in each of their last 7 games against teams that held a winning record. The Dolphins have won the first quarter in each of their last 4 games. The Dolphins have scored the first touchdown in each of their last 5 games. Let's make it 6 on that one, and let's win this game. Let's look at the matchup/league facts. The Dolphins rank first in the NFL in points per game this season, 31.5 points. The Dolphins rank first in yards per game this season in the NFL with 414.1. The Cowboys rank 32nd in the NFL in average punt return this season, which is 5.8 yards. And the Cowboys rank 32nd in the NFL in punt return yards per game, which is 6.6. Alright, and let's look at this guy's Dolphins versus Cowboys score. He said I'm rolling with the over here. Dallas has been getting beat up on the road for much of the year, but the offensive upside is still there while Miami's been beating on bad teams, but they could be tested here against a solid Dallas team. This is a big time matchup, and I think it will live up to the billing. Give me the over. So yeah, that's all he says. He didn't pick his team. He's just taking the over. But yeah, so that was the first. So make sure y'all check out Chris Ruffalo. He did a whole paragraph on sports chat. But yeah, hope y'all liked that part. But let's jump into the season leaders for this Dolphins versus Cowboys game. So Dak Prescott, he's thrown 300. He's completed 333 passes out of 484 for 3,639 yards for 28 touchdowns and 7 picks. That's pretty damn good. Tua Tagovailoa has completed 325 passes out of 458 for 3,921 yards, 25 touchdowns and 10 picks. That's pretty dang good too. For rushing yards, the Cowboys have Tony Pollard, which has had 207 carries, 848 yards and 5 touchdowns, while the Dolphins have, in my opinion, right now the best running back in the NFL, Raheem Mostert, which is at 198 carries for 966 yards and 18 touchdowns, which leads the NFL in rushing touchdowns. For receiving yards, the Cowboys have CeeDee Lamb, which has had 103 receptions for 1,306 yards and 8 touchdowns. That's pretty dang good for that receiver. And the Dolphins have the best receiver in the NFL, which we think he's returning this week because he missed last week versus the Jets. He had his 97 receptions for 1,542 yards and 12 touchdowns. The Cheetah. Yes, sir. And yeah, we kind of already went over this, but last week the Dolphins whooped the Jets 30-0. The Cowboys lost their last game to the Bills 31-10. So this is a huge game for the Dolphins because next week, if we win with a win over Dallas and Baltimore, the Dolphins wrap up the AFC East. And the last thing I have on this game is that both teams are 10-4, and we'll see which one gets to number 11. Other than that, I do not have a score prediction for this game. With it being both teams, I see them looking the same, but I have the Dolphins getting the W. I'm too nervous to put a score out there. Other than that, I hope y'all enjoyed this one. It's your boy, Dolphins 247 with Colin, and happy holidays. Peace.